Welcome, dear friend, and thank you for joining me tonight on this quiet journey through time. I invite you now to close your eyes gently, to breathe deeply, and to allow yourself to be carried softly away into a world far removed from our own, a world wrapped in layers of silk and shadow, in whispered conversations and delicate traditions. Tonight, we will imagine waking not as yourself, but as someone else, someone who lived long ago, in a place steeped in beauty, mystery, and timeless grace. Picture, if you will, the early morning light filtering through paper walls, the soft rustle of sliding shoji doors opening just enough to let the faintest breeze slip inside. This light is unlike the sharp, artificial glare of modern bulbs or the harsh noon sun. It is gentle, diffused, and warm, painting subtle patterns of gold and cream across the wooden floorboards. In this quiet moment, the world feels still and unhurried, a soft pause between night and day. You find yourself in Edo, Japan, the city now known as Tokyo, but it is the Edo of centuries past, between the years 1603 and 1868, a time when samurai walked the streets with measured steps, and the gentle clatter of wooden geta echoed through winding alleys. The city is alive, but not in the hurried, frantic way we know today. Here, life flows like a slow river, deliberate and serene, full of rituals and rhythms that have been shaped by generations. You awaken in a room carefully arranged to soothe and inspire. The walls are made of rice paper, translucent and delicate, allowing the soft morning light to filter through like a gentle veil. The floor beneath you is covered with tatami mats, woven straw that cushions your body with a firm but forgiving softness. These mats carry a faint, comforting scent of earth and grass, grounding you in the natural world even as you rest inside a man-made sanctuary. Around you, the air is still but not silent. It carries whispers of scents, both familiar and strange, fresh blossoms, hints of sandalwood incense, and the faintest trace of tea leaves steeping somewhere nearby. This is a world where the senses are invited to awaken slowly, to savor the subtle pleasures hidden in everyday moments. You become aware of your own body, resting peacefully. Your skin feels cool against the fine silk of your kimono, its layers wrapped carefully around you. The fabric is smooth and soft, woven with subtle patterns that catch the light, a tapestry of delicate cranes in flight or waves curling gently across a calm sea. There is a heaviness to these robes, a weight that is at once comforting and dignified, reminding you that you are not just any woman waking this morning, but an Oiran, a figure both revered and bound by tradition. An Oiran's life is unlike any other. These women are not mere entertainers, but custodians of culture and grace. They embody the highest ideals of beauty and artistry, their days filled with lessons in music, dance, poetry, and refined conversation. They move through the world as living works of art, their every gesture carefully practiced, their presence commanding both admiration and respect. As you begin to stir, you feel a quiet anticipation, though there is no rush here. The rhythm of the day will unfold gently, each moment a soft thread woven into the fabric of your life. You are cocooned in a world of refinement, where patience and precision are virtues, and where the smallest details, how a sleeve falls, the tilt of your head, the tone of your voice, carry profound meaning. Your first conscious thoughts drift like a slow-moving river, untroubled by worry or haste. You feel the coolness of the morning air brushing against your skin through the open window, mingling with the warmth of your breath. Outside, the garden awaits, a carefully tended oasis of moss, stone, and flowering trees, where the sound of a small bamboo fountain bubbles quietly, offering a soothing cadence to the new day. Here, in this peaceful retreat, life moves according to a gentle, unspoken rhythm. There is no loud clamor, No harsh interruptions, only the soft murmur of nature and the whispered footsteps of attendants beginning their quiet tasks. You sense their presence nearby, their movements delicate and respectful, ready to assist you in the rituals that will prepare you for the day ahead. This moment, this first breath of morning, is yours alone, a precious stillness before the day's unfolding. You feel your heart slow, your mind clear, as you sink deeper into the calm embrace of this timeless place. Imagine now the sensation of slowly opening your eyes to this soft light, your vision adjusting to the pale, warm glow that fills the room. You see the delicate lines of the sliding doors, the paper screens adorned with paintings of plum blossoms and flying cranes, their subtle colors soothing and serene. The room feels intimate, a cocoon of safety and elegance. Your fingers brush against the cool surface of a lacquered table nearby, smooth and polished to a mirror, like shine. Upon it rests a small bowl of fresh water and a sprig of flowering cherry blossoms, their petals soft and pale, almost translucent in the gentle light. The faint fragrance of the blossoms mingles with the clean scent of water, creating a delicate perfume that fills the air. As you inhale this peaceful atmosphere, your thoughts drift naturally to the day ahead, not with anxiety or pressure, but with a quiet curiosity. What will this day bring? What small joys might you find within the familiar patterns of your life? Perhaps the pleasure of practicing your shamisen, the gentle pluck of its strings echoing softly in the room, or the satisfaction of writing a few lines of poetry, your brush gliding slowly over smooth paper, each stroke a meditation. You can almost hear the faint sounds of the city waking beyond your walls, the distant call of a merchant setting out, the rustle of leaves stirred by a gentle breeze, the muted footsteps of a neighbor crossing the wooden street. These sounds are not loud or intrusive. They are part of the gentle symphony of daily life, grounding you in a world that moves with quiet grace. Feel the soft caress of the silk kimono against your skin once more, the weight of the multiple layers comforting you like a protective embrace. Each fold and seam speaks of careful craftsmanship, of traditions handed down through generations. This garment is not merely clothing, but a symbol of your place in this world, a world where beauty and discipline intertwine. You notice the faintest chill in the air, a reminder that the morning is still young. Outside, a few early blooms glisten with morning dew, their fragile petals catching the light like tiny jewels. A single butterfly flutters past the window, its wings a blur of delicate color against the muted backdrop of the garden. In this stillness you feel connected not only to the world around you, but to the countless women who have lived this life before, who have carried this role with dignity and grace. You are part of a long lineage, a living thread in the rich tapestry of history. The gentle sounds of a bamboo water fountain begin to reach your ears, a soft, rhythmic trickle that soothes the spirit and invites contemplation. Nearby, a small stone lantern stands sentinel, its moss-covered surface glowing faintly in the morning light. With each breath, you feel yourself sinking deeper into calm. The quiet rhythm of this place seeps into your bones, a slow pulse that steadies your heart and clears your mind. Now, imagine the soft footsteps of your attendants drawing nearer, women who move with practiced grace, their presence both comforting and respectful. They come to begin the morning rituals that will prepare you for the day, a delicate dance of combing your hair, applying the faintest touches of fragrant oils and subtle makeup, wrapping you carefully in your ornate kimono. Their hands are gentle, skilled, and tender, and as they work, the room fills with the faint scent of camellia oil and rice powder, delicate aromas that speak of beauty and tradition. You feel their presence like a warm current, steady and sure, supporting you in this moment of transformation. The slow process of preparation becomes a meditation, a way of centering yourself before stepping into the world beyond your room. As the morning light shifts, growing softer and warmer, you sense a gentle awakening, not only of your senses but of your spirit. You are both the observer and the participant in this delicate ritual, a living embodiment of grace and refinement. And so, dear friend, in this moment of quiet awakening, know that you are safe and cherished. You are held within a world of beauty, tradition, and gentle rhythms, where each day begins with reverence and ends in peaceful rest. As you rest here, wrapped in silk and silence, allow yourself to sink deeper into calm. Let the soft light and delicate scents cradle you, and know that you are part of something timeless and enduring. This is your waking in Edo, Japan, soft, slow, and filled with quiet wonder. The morning begins quietly, with a light so soft it seems to have been gently whispered into existence rather than burst forth like a flame. Imagine this light filtering through delicate rice paper windows, their translucent surfaces like fragile petals stretched across thin wooden frames. These windows are not merely barriers against the outside world, but delicate screens that transform the harshness of the sun into a gentle glow, diffusing it, softening it, turning it into something almost tender, as though the light itself is mindful of the quiet moments it touches. Close your eyes for a moment and picture this scene. The sun is just beginning its slow climb in the sky, but instead of glaring, the light arrives like a caress, warm, subtle, and inviting. It slips through the paper, casting muted patterns of pale cream and soft gold across the room. The walls seem to breathe with this light, glowing faintly as if lit from within by some quiet flame. The wooden floor beneath you, worn smooth by countless footsteps over many years, reflects the light in a soft amber shimmer, the grains of the wood catching and holding the sun's gentle touch. Outside the window, the world stirs, but with a delicate grace, as though it too is waking slowly, reluctant to disturb the peace of the morning. You can almost hear the faint rustling of leaves on the breeze, the soft flutter of petals from cherry blossom trees drifting down like snowflakes in a silent snowfall. These blossoms, pale pink and white, are the very essence of fleeting beauty, their ephemeral existence a reminder to savor each moment as it comes. The scent of cherry blossoms fills the air, delicate and sweet, with a hint of something fresh and green beneath the floral notes. It is a fragrance that wraps around you like a gentle shawl, comforting and soothing, carrying with it memories of countless springs past. This scent drifts in through the open window, mingling with the crispness of the morning air and the faint, earthy aroma of damp soil from the garden below. Together, they create a perfume both natural and ethereal, grounding you in this moment while inviting your imagination to wander softly through time. As you breathe in this fragrant air, feel the coolness of the morning brushing against your skin, a tender contrast to the warmth of the light. There is a freshness here, a purity to the dawn that carries with it a promise of renewal and calm. The cool breeze slips past your face like a whispered secret, carrying the faintest sounds of the world awakening beyond your quiet room. Perhaps you catch the distant call of a bird, a solitary note soaring into the stillness, or the soft murmur of a stream winding its way through the garden's mossy stones. Inside, the room is quiet except for the gentle creak of the paper walls as they breathe with the shifting air. The tatami mats beneath your feet are cool and firm, woven from straw that still holds the faint scent of the earth from which it came. You notice the way the light plays upon these mats, casting long, soft shadows that ripple gently as the breeze moves the paper screens. This interplay of light and shadow creates a serene dance across the room, a visual lullaby that invites your eyes to soften and your mind to settle. The furniture in the room is simple yet elegant, each piece chosen with care and purpose. A low lacquered table sits near the window, its surface polished to a deep, reflective sheen that mirrors the soft morning light. On the table rests a small vase of freshly picked plum blossoms, their pale petals tinged with the faintest blush of pink. These flowers add their own subtle fragrance to the room, blending harmoniously with the cherry blossoms and incense smoke that curls upward from a slender stick burning in an ornate holder nearby. This incense, made from sandalwood and a touch of jasmine, releases a thin spiral of fragrant smoke that rises slowly toward the ceiling, its scent calming and meditative. The aroma weaves through the air like a gentle melody, easing tension from your body and inviting your thoughts to drift softly like clouds across a blue sky. As you sit or lie here in this tranquil space, you become aware of the interplay between the outer world and your own inner stillness. The soft light, the delicate scents, the whisper of the breeze, all these sensations blend together to create a cocoon of calm around you. It is a moment suspended in time, a breath held between night and day, between dreams and waking life. In this quiet, you might begin to notice the subtle details that often go unnoticed in the rush of daily life. The way the paper screens ripple slightly as the wind brushes against them, the faint hum of insects starting to stir in the garden, the way the cherry blossom petals, so fragile and light, float down gently to rest upon the mossy stones below, carried by the slightest currents of air. The colors of the garden outside the window are soft and muted in the morning light, greens deep and velvety, punctuated by the blush of blossoms, and the pale gray of stones worn smooth by time. The trees stand with quiet dignity, their branches stretching outward like welcoming arms, offering shade and shelter in the coming hours. You imagine the feel of their bark beneath your fingers, rough yet warm from the sun, a connection to the earth and sky that grounds you in this peaceful moment. As the sun continues its slow ascent, the light gradually grows warmer and more golden, bathing the room in a soft glow that feels like a gentle embrace. The shadows retreat, and the world outside brightens, but the calmness remains, steady and reassuring. You feel the rhythm of the morning settle deep within you, the slow, steady pulse of nature waking, the measured breath of the earth itself. There is no hurry here, no pressing demands or urgent voices. Instead, there is only the gentle unfolding of time, the quiet beauty of a day beginning with intention and grace. Your thoughts wander freely, carried by the light and scent and sound. You think of the countless mornings that have begun just like this, stretching back through centuries, each one a quiet promise of new beginnings. You imagine the women who have risen in these rooms before you, their lives woven into the fabric of this place, their hopes and dreams echoing softly through the walls. You might picture yourself stepping softly across the tatami, your feet wrapped in the gentle embrace of the woven straw. The kimono you wear flows around you like liquid silk, its colors catching the light as you move. You walk toward the window, reaching out to brush a petal from the frame, feeling its delicate softness against your fingertips. Outside, the garden invites you to pause and breathe in its tranquility. You imagine stepping onto the veranda, the wooden boards warm beneath your feet despite the cool morning air. The scent of cherry blossoms is stronger here, mingling with the fresh earth and the faint hint of moss. You watch as a single blossom drifts down from the branches above, carried by the breeze until it lands gently in the pool of a stone basin, sending ripples across the water's mirror-like surface. The stillness of the garden holds a quiet power, a reminder that beauty can be found in the smallest moments: the fall of a petal, the ripple of water, the soft glow of dawn light. In this place you feel yourself growing calm, your breath slowing, your thoughts softening. Returning to your room, you sit once more by the window, the warm light bathing your face and shoulders. You close your eyes briefly, savoring the lingering scent of blossoms and incense, the warmth of the sun, and the gentle coolness of the breeze. In this perfect moment, you feel a deep sense of peace and belonging, wrapped in the delicate beauty of Edo's morning light. The world outside moves slowly, but you are still, present, and whole. And as you rest here, wrapped in this calm, know that this quiet morning will carry you gently through the day. The soft light through rice paper windows, the tender scent of cherry blossoms, they are here with you, steady and sure, a soothing balm for the heart and soul. Allow yourself to breathe in this peace. Let it settle deep within you, a quiet flame glowing softly in the gentle dawn. As the soft morning light continues to filter through the delicate rice paper windows, bathing the room in a warm, gentle glow, you become aware of a subtle shift in the atmosphere. The quiet stillness is gently stirred by the arrival of your attendants, women who move with a grace that seems woven into their very beings. Their footsteps are light, barely audible on the polished wooden floor, as if they are part of the morning breeze itself, arriving softly to begin the rituals that will prepare you for the day ahead. These attendants are not mere helpers, they are skilled caretakers of tradition, guardians of the delicate art that shapes the appearance and presence of an Oiran. Their hands are steady and practiced, their movements precise and thoughtful, carried out with a quiet reverence for the rituals passed down through generations. There is no hurry in their motions, only a gentle rhythm, each action a deliberate note in a slow, soothing melody. One of them approaches first, carrying a small wooden box filled with finely crafted combs, pins, and ornaments. The box itself is lacquered black and red, its surface polished to a soft sheen that reflects the warm morning light. Inside, nestled on velvet lining, lie pieces of beauty and history, ornate hairpins carved from tortoiseshell, delicate silk flowers dyed in soft pinks and whites, and shining pieces of gold and silver shaped into tiny cranes and blossoms. You feel a quiet anticipation as the attendant kneels before you, her eyes kind and focused. She begins by gently brushing your hair, her fingers moving with tender care through the thick, dark strands. The brush glides smoothly, untangling and smoothing, creating a silky surface that catches the light with every stroke. The scent of camellia oil lingers in the air, a subtle, sweet fragrance that nourishes both hair and spirit. As she works, you notice how the light falls upon your reflection in a small hand mirror held by another attendant nearby. The image that meets your eyes is both familiar and transformed. Your hair, once loose and free, is now beginning to take shape, molded by the skillful hands of these women into an intricate design that will tell a story of elegance and status. The hairstyle of an Oiran is no simple fashion. It is a living work of art, a complex arrangement of folds, loops, and twists that must be constructed with patience and precision. Each element has meaning and purpose, carefully chosen to reflect your rank and beauty. The top knot rises like a delicate sculpture, adorned with combs and pins that glint softly in the morning light. The attendant reaches into the box once more, selecting a comb carved with the image of a phoenix in flight. She slides it gently into your hair, its smooth surface pressing softly against your scalp. Another ornament follows, a cluster of silk flowers, their petals so fine and delicate that they seem almost alive. You feel the slight weight of these adornments, a reminder of the grace and responsibility you carry. As the hairstyling continues, you become aware of the quiet murmurs of the attendants, their voices low and soothing. They speak in soft tones, words of encouragement and care, ensuring that every detail is perfect. This ritual is more than preparation. It is a sacred moment of transformation, a passage from the ordinary to the extraordinary. Once your hair is secured and adorned, the next phase begins, the dressing. The attendants fetch the layers of your kimono, each one folded with care and embroidered with delicate patterns that shimmer softly in the morning light. These robes are crafted from the finest silk, their textures rich and varied, some smooth as flowing water, others patterned with intricate weaves that catch the eye with every subtle movement. You lie back gently as the first layer is wrapped around you, a foundation of pure white silk that feels cool and light against your skin. The fabric is soft yet firm, its folds cradling your body with a gentle embrace. The attendant smooths the edges with practiced hands, ensuring that every crease is perfectly aligned. Every fold falls just so. One by one, the layers follow. Each kimono is more elaborate than the last, layered with the care of an artist applying brushstrokes to a canvas. The colors are subtle and harmonious, pale blues, soft pinks, muted golds, each hue chosen to complement the others, creating a flowing gradient of beauty that envelops you. The outermost kimono is the most magnificent of all, a robe of deep crimson silk, embroidered with golden cranes soaring across the fabric. The birds seem to come alive in the soft light, their wings spread wide as if ready to take flight. This robe is heavy with meaning, a symbol of your status and artistry. As you are dressed, you feel the gentle weight of these layers settling around you, not a burden, but a comforting presence that connects you to a long lineage of women who have worn these robes before. The silk is cool at first, but warms quickly to your skin, its smoothness a constant reminder of the beauty and discipline that define your life. The attendants move with synchronized grace, lifting and adjusting the long sleeves, tying the wide O by belt with intricate knots that hold the ensemble together. The obi is a masterpiece in itself, woven with threads of gold and silver, patterned with seasonal motifs that speak of the passing year. It wraps snugly around your waist, securing the robes and lending a sense of structure and poise. You stand slowly, feeling the full weight and texture of your attire. The layers move gently with your breath, the silk whispering softly as you shift. The richness of the colors and the complexity of the patterns surround you like a living tapestry, a second skin that both conceals and reveals. You catch your reflection once more in a larger mirror, framed with dark wood polished to a deep shine. The image that greets you is breathtaking, a woman transformed, radiant and regal, embodying the grace and mystery of the Oiran. Your hair rises high, a delicate crown of black adorned with shimmering ornaments. Your kimono flows around you like a river of silk, vibrant yet refined. Yet, beneath this surface of beauty lies a quiet strength, born from years of discipline and practice. The daily ritual of preparation is more than appearance. It is a meditation, a way of centering yourself and honoring the role you play. In these moments, you are both artist and canvas, creator and creation. As the final touches are made, a delicate fragrance is added, a hint of plum blossom perfume, light and floral, lingering in the air around you. It mingles with the camellia oil in your hair and the faint scent of incense still wafting from the room's corner. This combination of aromas surrounds you, creating an invisible aura that speaks of elegance and quiet power. You move with slow, deliberate grace, feeling the silk shift and flow with each step. The sound of your footsteps is muted by the thick layers of fabric, but the rustle of silk fills the room, a soft, comforting whisper that accompanies your every movement. Your attendants step back now, their work complete. They bow respectfully, their eyes filled with quiet pride. You feel a deep sense of gratitude for their care and skill, knowing that their hands have helped you become this living symbol of beauty and tradition. As you stand in the soft morning light, wrapped in silk and adorned with delicate jewels, You sense the weight of history around you. You are part of a continuum, a thread woven through centuries of culture and grace. The ritual of dressing is not just about appearance. It is an embrace of identity, a connection to something greater than yourself. In this moment, you feel both fragile and strong, delicate yet resilient. The layers of silk and ornamentation are not just fabric and metal. They are stories, memories, and dreams, all wrapped around you like a protective shield. The morning stretches before you, slow and full of promise. You take a deep breath, savoring the scents, the textures, the light. The world outside your window is waking, but here, in this quiet room, time seems to pause, allowing you to fully inhabit this moment of transformation. You close your eyes briefly and feel the softness of your kimono against your skin, the gentle weight of your hair ornaments, the subtle perfume that clings to you. You are ready now to meet the day, not simply as yourself, but as Oiran, a woman of beauty, artistry, and quiet strength. And as the attendants quietly prepare to leave, you carry with you the calm dignity and grace of this ancient ritual, a reminder that beauty is not only seen but felt, a whisper of silk and scent that lingers long after the morning light has faded. The room is filled with a gentle hush, a quiet symphony of soft, calming sounds that weave through the still morning air like a delicate thread of music. As you settle into this tranquil space, your senses begin to awaken, drawn not only to the soft light and subtle scents, but to the delicate chorus of sounds that surround you, grounding you firmly in the present moment. Listen closely, and you will hear the lightest footsteps, soft, careful, and deliberate, moving across the polished wooden floors just beyond your room. These footsteps belong to your attendants, their movements practiced and unobtrusive. They seem to glide rather than walk, their presence more felt than heard, as if they are part of the morning breeze itself. The sound is like a whisper, a gentle rhythm that rises and falls with the quiet ebb and flow of the day. Each footfall is muffled by the thick, woven tatami mats that cover the floors. These mats, made from tightly woven straw, absorb sound in a way that softens every movement, transforming footsteps into the faintest rustle. This muffled sound is soothing, like the gentle padding of a cat's paws or the distant tapping of rain on a windowpane. It reminds you that every moment here is measured and mindful, free from the hurried clatter of modern life. Beyond the footsteps, you hear the subtle rustling of silk. This is the sound of your kimono moving with your breath and shifts of your body. The fabric is smooth and flowing, layered carefully around you, each fold and crease creating a soft whisper that accompanies your every motion. It is a sound that speaks of elegance and grace, of centuries of tradition woven into every thread. The rustling is a reminder of the delicate balance between movement and stillness, the dance of presence and poise. With each subtle sway, the silk seems to sing a quiet lullaby, coaxing your mind to slow, to soften, to sink deeper into calm. As you listen, your attention is drawn next to the faint, rhythmic trickle of flowing water. Somewhere nearby, a bamboo water fountain called a shishio doshi gently empties and tips, sending a soft splash into a stone basin below. This sound, steady, measured, and unhurried, becomes the heartbeat of the morning, a natural metronome keeping time with the slow, steady rhythm of your breath. The water's murmur is both grounding and refreshing, a reminder of nature's constant presence even in the quiet interiors of this refined world. It invites you to imagine the garden outside, lush with moss-covered stones, carefully raked gravel, and the vibrant greens of ferns and bamboo. The water flows cool and clear there, winding its way gently over smooth rocks and pooling quietly in shaded corners. Beyond the garden's edge, the distant murmur of city life begins to filter through the walls and paper screens. It is not the harsh noise of bustling crowds or loud machinery, but a gentle, soothing tapestry of everyday sounds. You might hear the soft clatter of wooden geta sandals tapping rhythmically on stone pathways, the faint voices of merchants greeting one another in low tones, and the occasional creak of a rickshaw's wooden wheels rolling along a dirt street. These sounds form a peaceful backdrop, a quiet hum of life continuing beyond your room. They remind you that the world is alive and vibrant, moving at a pace that is slow and measured, inviting you to be present and mindful. The city's breath is calm, steady, a living pulse beneath the delicate surface of the red light district where you dwell. Within this soundscape, you might also catch the faint flutter of paper sliding doors opening and closing. Soft whispers of movement that mark the passage of others beginning their own days. These sliding doors, or shoji, create a rhythm of sound unique to this place, a gentle whoosh followed by the faint scrape of wood on wood. It is a comforting cadence, as familiar as a heartbeat, reassuring in its regularity. The distant call of a bird, a skylark or sparrow, occasionally rises above the murmur, a brief bright note in the calm. Its song is simple and clear, carrying a message of new beginnings and hope. The bird's voice lingers softly in the air, then fades back into the quiet hum of the morning. Closer now, the gentle clinking of teacups being arranged can be heard, a delicate melody of porcelain meeting wood and cloth. Somewhere nearby, a steaming pot releases a soft hiss as hot water is poured, the sound mingling with the faint rustle of tea leaves being handled with care. The ritual of tea preparation adds another layer of calm to this symphony, a sacred pause within the day's unfolding. Imagine the warmth of the teacup in your hands, the comforting aroma of brewed green tea rising gently like a soft sigh. The faint sounds of sipping and soft conversation drift through the air, muted and respectful, blending seamlessly with the other ambient noises. These sounds create a sense of community and connection, a shared moment of peace within a world of refinement. As you listen, your body responds naturally to these gentle sounds. Your breath deepens, slowing to match the steady trickle of water and the quiet footsteps nearby. Your muscles relax, melting into the softness of the tatami beneath you and the comforting weight of your silk kimono. Even the silence between these sounds feels purposeful, a sacred space that allows your mind to rest and your heart to find stillness. It is in these pauses that the true magic of this place reveals itself, the quiet power of presence, the soothing balm of mindful awareness. You become aware of the subtle shifts in the air, the faint movement of a breeze passing through an open window or the soft stir of a paper screen as it catches the slightest draft. This movement carries with it the scent of pine and fresh earth, mingling with the lingering fragrance of incense and cherry blossoms. These shifting scents and sounds mingle to create a multisensory experience that invites you to sink deeper into relaxation. The world around you is alive with gentle stimuli, each one a thread weaving together a tapestry of calm and comfort. You imagine stepping outside for a moment, the wooden veranda warm beneath your feet despite the cool morning air. Here the sounds broaden, a gentle rustle of leaves, the soft brush of bamboo stalks swaying, and the distant murmur of a small marketplace beginning to stir. Yet even these wider sounds retain the same gentle, unhurried quality, a testament to the slow, deliberate pace of life in Edo. The air outside is cool and fresh, carrying the faint buzz of cicadas and the delicate chirping of crickets hidden in the undergrowth. These sounds create a natural symphony, a peaceful chorus that accompanies the quiet beauty of the garden. The gentle splash of water from a nearby koi pond adds another layer of serenity, its ripples shimmering under the soft light. Returning indoors, you find yourself drawn once again to the intimate sounds of your own space, the faint rustling of silk as you shift, the delicate creak of the sliding doors, the muted footsteps of those who share this world with you. Each sound is a reminder that you are surrounded by care, tradition, and gentle attentiveness. In this moment, you realize how these calm ambient sounds serve not only to fill the silence, but to soothe the spirit. They are the backdrop to a life lived with intention and grace, a soundscape that nurtures patience, mindfulness, and deep rest. As your mind quiets and your heart slows, you become aware of the profound comfort found in these small, seemingly ordinary sounds. They are the pulse of a world that values stillness, ritual, and beauty in every detail. You allow yourself to be carried on this wave of sound, letting go of tension and worry. The footsteps, the water, the rustling silk, the distant city life, they all come together like a gentle lullaby, singing you softly toward peace. And as the morning light grows warmer and the world begins to fully wake, you remain wrapped in this cocoon of calm. The sounds around you continue their quiet dance, a constant, reassuring presence that invites you to rest, to breathe, and to simply be. In this moment of stillness and sound, you find a sanctuary, a place where the heart can quiet, the mind can rest, and the soul can find gentle comfort in the soft symphony of life's quietest moments. In the serene quiet of the early day, you find yourself seated by a low wooden window, its delicate paper panels pushed gently aside to reveal the world beyond. The garden outside stretches before you like a living painting, a carefully composed scene of moss, covered stones, slender bamboo shoots, and flowering branches that reach out as if inviting your gaze. This moment is yours alone, a pause between the unfolding tasks of the day, a breath held in stillness. The air here is cool and fragrant, carrying the soft scent of damp earth mingled with the sweet, fleeting aroma of cherry blossoms. These petals, pale pink and white, flutter occasionally in the gentle breeze, drifting lazily through the air before settling softly upon the mossy ground. Watching them fall, you feel as though time itself slows, each petal's descent a silent meditation on grace and impermanence. Your hands rest gently upon the smooth surface of a small wooden table before you. Upon it sits a modest tea set, arranged with care and reverence. The ceramic cup is cool to the touch, delicate yet sturdy, its surface glazed with muted earth tones that catch the soft light in gentle reflections. A small pot, filled with steaming green tea, sits nearby, its porcelain surface decorated with subtle floral motifs. As you lift the cup, the warmth of the tea radiates through your fingers, a comforting heat that contrasts beautifully with the cool morning air. Bringing the cup to your lips, you inhale the subtle fragrance of freshly brewed tea, a clean, grassy aroma with hints of sweet earth and wild herbs. The first sip is delicate and soothing, a gentle bitterness balanced by a hint of natural sweetness that lingers on your tongue. Each sip invites you to slow down further, to settle deeper into this quiet moment. The warmth spreads through your chest, easing any lingering tension and opening your senses to the world around you. You feel grounded, connected to the earth beneath you and the sky above, as though the tea itself is a bridge between these two vast realms. Outside, the garden seems to breathe in harmony with your own quiet rhythm. The slender branches of a maple tree sway softly, their leaves rustling with a sound like a whispered song. Sunlight filters through the foliage, casting dappled patterns of light and shadow across the mossy stones and winding paths. The colors here are gentle, deep greens softened by the morning haze, punctuated by the blush of blossoms and the pale gray of weathered stones. A butterfly flutters into view, its wings a delicate blur of orange and black, moving with a slow, purposeful grace from flower to flower. You watch it as it pauses briefly on a cluster of tiny blooms, its fragile legs brushing the petals as it gathers nectar. The sight is a reminder of the small wonders that fill this world, often unnoticed yet endlessly beautiful. As you sip your tea, you become aware of the soft murmur of a nearby stream, its waters flowing smoothly over rounded stones. The sound is calming and steady, a natural melody that blends seamlessly with the gentle rustle of leaves and the distant call of birds beginning their day. This music of nature creates a serene backdrop, a soothing soundtrack for your quiet contemplation. You notice how the light shifts subtly as the sun rises higher, warming the garden and brightening the colors. The shadows retreat slowly, and the air grows a little warmer, carrying with it the fresh scent of pine and wildflowers. The garden is alive, but in a gentle, unhurried way, moving with the rhythm of the earth itself. Your gaze wanders to a small stone lantern nestled among the greenery. Its moss-covered surface tells stories of many seasons past, standing as a silent witness to countless mornings just like this one. The lantern's presence adds a sense of timelessness to the scene, grounding you in a continuum of calm and beauty. Returning your attention to the teacup in your hands, you take another slow sip, savoring the depth of flavor and the quiet warmth it brings. The tea cools gently as you sit, its heat now a soft glow rather than a sharp fire. This warmth, steady and gentle, feels like an embrace, a quiet comfort that wraps around you as surely as the layers of silk that drape your body. The simplicity of this moment holds a profound peace. You are here, fully present, a part of this world, and yet apart from the rush and clamor that often fill the day. Time seems to fold gently around you, its edges softened by the delicate dance of light, scent, sound, and taste. You reflect on the delicate balance of nature around you, the way the garden thrives in harmony, each element supporting the next in a quiet cycle of life and renewal. The stones provide a resting place for moss and ferns, the trees shelter birds and insects, the flowers invite butterflies and bees. This interwoven tapestry of life mirrors the balance within yourself, a reminder that peace arises from harmony both within and without. A soft breeze stirs once more, carrying with it a faint rustle of leaves and the distant fragrance of plum blossoms. You breathe deeply, allowing this scent to fill your lungs and calm your mind. The act of breathing becomes a meditation, each inhale bringing clarity, each exhale releasing tension. You feel your body relax further into the softness beneath you, the smooth tatami mat supporting your frame, the comforting weight of your silk kimono gently pressing against your skin. The layers of fabric whisper softly with every slight movement, a reminder of the craftsmanship and care that surround you. As the morning moves on, the garden slowly comes to life. A pair of small birds flit from branch to branch, their chirping light and joyful. Their presence adds a new melody to the natural symphony, a song of hope and renewal that lifts your spirit gently upward. You watch as the sunlight shifts once more, creating shimmering pools of light that dance upon the water's surface. The reflections ripple softly, like tiny waves on a quiet sea, capturing the fleeting beauty of the moment. In this peaceful interlude, the simple act of sipping warm green tea becomes a sacred ritual, a way to honor the present, to nurture the body and soothe the soul. Each cup is a connection to the earth, to the seasons, to the long tradition of mindfulness and care that defines this place. You take one final sip, feeling the last warmth spread through you like a gentle wave. The tea has calmed your mind, opened your heart, and deepened your sense of peace. You set the cup down carefully on the wooden table, the quiet clink a soft punctuation in the morning stillness. You close your eyes briefly, savoring the lingering scents and the memory of the tea's warmth. You feel a deep gratitude for this moment, this quiet pause amid the flow of time, a space carved out for rest and reflection. When you open your eyes again, the garden remains, a living sanctuary bathed in soft light and gentle sounds. The petals continue to drift lazily through the air, the water flows steadily, and the birds sing their timeless songs. You carry this peace with you as you rise, ready to move gently into the next moments of your day. The quiet beauty of nature and the simple comfort of warm tea have settled deep within you, a wellspring of calm to draw upon whenever the world feels too loud or fast. And now, as you prepare to rest, let this feeling linger, a gentle current of peace flowing through you like the stream outside your window, steady, sure, and endlessly soothing. As the day gently unfolds into the soft light of the afternoon, a quiet stillness settles into the room. The sun, now climbing higher, casts a warm and mellow glow through the shoji screens, painting subtle patterns of light and shadow across the tatami mats and lacquered furniture. This is a time marked by gentle rituals, moments of quiet focus and delicate care that fill the hours with grace and intention. In the heart of this calm, you find yourself seated once again, your hands moving with slow deliberation over a length of silk fabric. The silk is cool and smooth beneath your fingers, a precious textile woven with the finest threads, its surface shimmering faintly like the surface of a quiet pond touched by sunlight. Each fold you make is deliberate, an act of mindfulness that connects you with centuries of tradition and craft. The fabric slips easily between your fingertips, flowing like water as you shape it carefully into neat, even folds. You notice the softness of the silk's texture, the way it catches the light and shifts in color from pale ivory to gentle cream. Folding silk is more than a practical task, it is a meditation, a slow dance of hand and mind, where each movement carries meaning and care. With each fold, your breathing deepens, syncing with the gentle rhythm of your work. The world outside seems to pause, leaving only the sound of silk sliding softly and the quiet, steady beat of your heart. The air is filled with the faint fragrance of camellia oil lingering on the fabric, a subtle reminder of the care taken to preserve its beauty. Once the silk is neatly folded, it is carefully placed aside on a lacquered tray, its surface polished to a deep shine that reflects the afternoon light like a mirror. This act of arranging is itself a ritual and expression of respect for the material, the craft, and the day. Each movement is slow and purposeful, allowing your mind to rest in the simplicity of the moment. As you finish with the silk, your attendants gently approach, ready to begin the next ritual of the afternoon, arranging your hair once again. The intricate hairstyle of an Oiran is a living work of art, requiring attention and skill to maintain its delicate structure. The attendants move with practiced grace, their fingers weaving through your hair with tenderness and precision. The sound of the wooden combs brushing through your thick, dark hair is soft and rhythmic, a gentle melody that soothes both body and mind. The attendants use small pins and silk flowers to adjust and refresh the elaborate coiffure, each ornament carefully placed to enhance the beauty and balance of the style. You close your eyes for a moment, surrendering to the calming touch and the quiet rhythm of this intimate care. The scent of camellia oil and plum blossom perfume mingles in the air, a fragrant accompaniment to the tactile experience. This ritual is both practical and spiritual, a way to honor your presence, your identity, and the artistry that defines your role. With your hair freshly arranged, you feel a renewed sense of calm and poise. The gentle pressure of the pins and combs, the smooth silk wrapped around your body, the soft sunlight filtering through the windows all combine to create a profound feeling of centeredness and grace. Final ritual of the afternoon calls you to a low writing table, where a brush, inkstone, and fine paper await. Writing poetry is an art form cherished in this time and plays a way to capture fleeting emotions and moments of beauty in words that flow like water and wind. You dip the brush into the rich black ink, feeling the cool moisture soak into the fine bristles. The first stroke is slow and deliberate, gliding across the paper with a smoothness that brings immediate satisfaction. Each character takes shape with careful precision, the brush moving in a steady rhythm that mirrors the gentle flow of your thoughts. The words you write are inspired by the world outside the fluttering cherry blossoms, the whisper of bamboo leaves, the quiet song of the stream. Poetry becomes a bridge between the inner world of emotion and the outer world of nature, a sacred expression of harmony and grace. As you write, the room seems to fade away, leaving only the flowing ink and the quiet cadence of your breathing. The act of creating these characters on paper is both grounding and freeing, a meditation that quiets the mind and opens the heart. The afternoon light shifts slowly, deepening into a golden hue that warms the space around you. The soft sounds of rustling silk, the occasional brushstroke, and the gentle murmur of nature outside combine to form a peaceful symphony that carries you gently forward. Finishing your poem, you pause to reflect on the words you have crafted, feeling a quiet pride and a deep sense of connection to the tradition you honor. The paper, now adorned with your brushwork, holds a piece of your spirit, a fleeting moment captured forever in ink. With the poem carefully set aside, you lean back and breathe deeply, letting the calmness of these rituals settle into your bones. The gentle folding of silk, the tender arranging of hair, and the delicate writing of poetry have woven a tapestry of peace and presence around you. In this quiet afternoon, you are fully here, grounded in the tactile sensations, the fragrant air, the soft light, and the rhythm of time itself. These rituals are not just tasks. They are a way of living mindfully, embracing each moment with intention and grace. And as the day moves slowly toward evening, you carry with you the serenity of these gentle acts, a calm that lingers like a soft whisper, a light that glows softly in the heart, guiding you gently onward. As the day gently fades into the embrace of evening, a serene hush settles over the world. The soft, golden light of the late afternoon has slowly deepened into the warm glow of dusk, and now, in the quiet intimacy of your room, gentle lanterns begin to flicker to life. Their flames dance softly behind delicate paper shades, casting a gentle, amber glow that fills the space with warmth and tranquility. This light is soft enough to soothe the eyes and calm the mind, a tender farewell to the fading day. The room feels like a haven wrapped in the quiet embrace of twilight. The paper walls, still warm from the last rays of the sun, now shimmer faintly in the lantern light. Shadows stretch and curl softly along the wooden beams and tatami mats, creating a tranquil interplay of light and dark that invites your breath to slow and your thoughts to quiet. You hear the faint murmur of soft voices, low, gentle, and measured, like a lullaby carried on the evening breeze. These voices belong to your attendants, who move quietly about the room, their steps light and careful as they begin the evening rituals that mark the close of the day. Their words are kind and soothing, spoken with care to ease the mind and nurture the spirit. They are the voices of care, respect, and gentle presence. One attendant approaches with a small tray, upon which rests a slender bowl filled with warm water and a soft cloth. She offers this to you with a quiet smile, a tender gesture of refreshment and comfort. You take the cloth, feeling its warmth and softness as you gently cleanse your hands and face. The water carries the faintest scent of plum blossoms, fresh and sweet, mingling with the lingering aroma of camellia oil from earlier in the day. This simple act of washing becomes a moment of mindfulness, a way to wash away not just the dust of the day, but any lingering tension or worries. The warm water soothes your skin and calms your senses, its gentle touch a reminder of the care that surrounds you. The attendants continue their quiet work, adjusting the folds of your silk kimono, smoothing the fabric with practiced hands. The silk whispers softly as they move, its layers shifting like waves in a calm sea. Each adjustment is made with a grace and tenderness that honors your presence and the tradition you embody. The room fills with a soft scent of incense, a delicate blend of sandalwood, jasmine, and a hint of green tea. The incense curls upward in thin, elegant spirals, its fragrance weaving through the air like a gentle caress. This scent settles around you like a protective shawl, encouraging peace and restfulness. Nearby, a small lacquered box is opened, revealing a collection of delicate hairpins and ornaments. One by one, the attendants remove the day's adornments from your hair, their movements slow and reverent. Each pin is set aside carefully, as if holding a quiet memory of the day's beauty. Your hair, once intricately arranged, is gently loosened and brushed, the soft strokes soothing both scalp and soul. The rhythm of the brush against your hair is a tender lullaby, coaxing you toward rest and renewal. You close your eyes, surrendering to this quiet care, feeling the tension melt away like dew beneath the morning sun. As the final strands are smoothed, and your hair rests softly against your neck and shoulders, the attendants prepare the room for your evening repose. The paper screens are gently closed, shutting out the last traces of fading light and wrapping the room in a cocoon of quiet and warmth. A low wooden platform layered with thick, soft futons awaits you. The linens are cool and smooth, their fabrics woven with the finest threads to provide comfort and rest. You feel the softness embrace you as you settle down, the layers of bedding molding gently to your form. The lanterns flicker quietly nearby, their glow casting gentle shadows that dance lazily across the room's surfaces. The flickering light creates a soothing, almost hypnotic rhythm, a quiet pulse that matches the steady beat of your heart and the slow cadence of your breath. The faint sounds of the city outside have faded now into a soft, distant murmur, a gentle hum of life that continues in the background, unnoticed but reassuring. There is no rush here, no urgency, only the peaceful unfolding of night, a time for rest and restoration. Your attendants remain close for a few moments longer, their presence a comforting reminder that you are cared for and not alone. Their soft voices offer a final farewell, words of kindness and gentle wishes for peaceful dreams. They speak with a quiet certainty, as if their words carry a blessing that will travel with you through the night. Their footsteps retreat slowly, their departure marked by the soft closing of sliding doors, a delicate sound that feels like a sigh of contentment. The room grows still once more, bathed in the warm glow of lantern light and the tender embrace of evening. You lie back on the futon, feeling the softness cradle your body, the warmth of the silk robes still lingering against your skin. Your breath deepens and slows, each inhale bringing calm, each exhale releasing the day's weight. The scent of incense and plum blossoms lingers gently, mingling with the quiet sounds of your own steady breathing. The interplay of warmth and coolness, light and shadow, sound and silence creates a perfect balance, an invitation to let go, to drift softly into rest. Your mind begins to wander gently, carried on the quiet currents of the evening. You think of the cherry blossoms you saw earlier, their delicate petals floating on the breeze. You recall the gentle touch of the silk, the careful folding of fabric, the rhythm of brush and ink, the soothing flow of water, and the calming rustle of leaves. These memories blend together like a soft lullaby, each image a gentle thread woven into a tapestry of peace and comfort. You feel gratitude for this day and all its simple, beautiful moments, the quiet rituals, the care of your attendants, the serene beauty of nature, and the warm embrace of tradition. As your thoughts grow softer and more distant, the lantern light begins to wane, its glow shrinking to a tender flicker. The shadows deepen, wrapping the room in a blanket of calm and rest. You feel yourself drifting now, carried gently towards sleep. The world outside fades further into quiet, and the room becomes a sanctuary of warmth and peace. Your body sinks deeper into the softness beneath you. Your mind floats free from worry and care. In this quiet, lantern-lit room, surrounded by the soft voices of care and the gentle farewell of the evening, you find a perfect rest, a peaceful haven where dreams can unfold like the petals of a cherry blossom, delicate and full of grace. And as you drift into sleep, you carry with you the gentle light of the lanterns, the warmth of kind voices, and the quiet promise of a new day waiting just beyond the dawn.